SuperMarvelSpider-Man. Today I don't know how to start the video. Before we start the video, mind you, this is not just for clicks. This is not just for clicks. This is something very serious. This is something very serious. Again, and I thought that I would never want to make the video because I didn't want to do it again. But people are still dragging this because after it's still getting, because after this episode it's still getting more out than still getting more out there. But I simply just don't want to make a video on this again. I said I didn't want to make a video on this again. But until we heard more new updates, and this is something I just never would just explain. But apparently we have more updates. These new updates. And yeah, and this title of the video let's gonna be reacting to. Apparently, he's innocent. This is true, and I heard a lot of things about this, and I simply don't know if he's innocent or is he just framed or innocent or guilty. We don't know, but I'm just gonna react to this. I simply did not want to make a video on this, but let's just see what's going on.
Time, because apparently everyone knew about it, and some even predicted it. And no, I'm not kidding. But before we get into all the new information, let me do a quick little recap. So 8 days ago, I made a video titled, How David Lost Everything in 24 Hours. And in that video, I talked about the beginning stages of the David case with the limited information that we had at the moment, which was how a body of a young girl named Celeste was found in David's car, and how a bunch of people online have been speculating.
I just don't why, like, she was never 15. She was never 15. She didn't get to turn to 15. She was 14.
That they had been dating. And of course, while all of this was still unfolding, David had literally been on tour away at the time. And during that time, that was the only information that we had known in the moment. However, in the short time span of only a week, thousands of videos have popped up across social media, with some even proving people had known about this insane situation years before it actually got exposed.
That proof guy, but I can't prove it. It's that proof it guy, but there's so many videos about this, and so many TikToks about this. But yeah, I am not dragging this. I'm not dragging this. I'm just like concerned, like very concerned about what's going on.
Other videos popping up online of people saying that David is innocent, and today we're going to talk about it. So almost immediately after the David case went mainstream and he canceled his current tour, people that had known David went online and started exposing him. Because as some of you may remember from the last video, David's career pretty much started from the gaming space, and most people in these gaming spaces and communities usually use Discord, which is how a lot of these people had close knowledge of him. And from the last video, I remember briefly showing some of these tweets from X, and since that time, we now have some further information on them. For example, this tweet that was posted September 17th says that TMZ confirms that this photo shows singer David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. The user who posted this alleges that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. And I remember...
Whoa, no. Right. So we're paying kids yet. We're paying people not to know her age. Can I tell you something? What the heck is he doing with a 14-year-old? What the hell? With an almost 15-year-old? Bro, you're 20 and what the hell? Paying people like. The allegation, that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. What the fudge? What the fudge? I just don't want to make this video, but it's just, but sometimes.
When I first saw this tweet, I was a little skeptical whether or not this could be real, but now people have dug up a video on TikTok of someone in 2024 going over this picture, and they kind of say the same thing.
Popular artist got caught giving thousands of dollars to kids. Now, why did he do this? To hide his little secret of him dating a minor. Yup, who knows if he's still dating this minor. And people coming, proof. Why the else would he randomly go unnoticed, no one knows about this, to meet kids, bring them canes, give them thousands of dollars? Why else would he do that? Why else would any celebrity do that? You know exactly why. And I'm not just guessing here. This is a...
But this
picture from someone who knew the girl, and they told me this story.
And by the way, guys, this video was made December 14th, 2024, which is like a whole 9 months before this situation even went viral. And now, all the comments on this TikTok are from like 3 days ago of people saying, why didn't this go viral? And you were ahead of your time. And truthfully, you could go through these comments and laugh, but when you put it into context that somebody actually died from this situation, it makes the whole thing a lot sadder, because it actually makes you...
This was one thing that just really annoys me by making this video. Why is everyone not taking this seriously? Why is no one not taking it seriously? This young girl just died. This teen just died. Why is no one taking this seriously? That's just one thing that really annoys me while making this video. Why is no one not taking this seriously? This is just...
If this had gone viral back then, could this have saved her life? Because it's not as if he was the only one to call it out. Because while people were looking all throughout David's old videos and lurking through the comments, people found a comment from a random alt account that's specifically calling out David for this situation. And this random comment is from February 26, 2024, which is so long ago. So if we were to scroll down David's TikTok and go all the way to February 2024 and click on this specific video right here with the caption, "Me to everyone I tricked into thinking this was a love song," and you scroll down in the comment section until you see a comment by Robin Rivers that says, "Waiting for LAPD to get your for messing with a 13-year-old girl." And this was in 2024, February 26th. And to once again give you some perspective, that was about a year and a half ago before this entire situation went public. And of course, seeing that, it always begs the question that if someone had taken that comment a little bit more serious and investigated it a little bit, maybe the girl Celeste could have been saved. On a side note, they've also somehow made this Robin River person kind of famous.
And how come the guy that made the allegation that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret, how come it never got viral anyways? That's just kind of that's just kind of suspicious. Very suspicious in that way.
Because obviously before, this person had 0 following and 0 followers, but after this comment blew up, they now have basically 200,000 followers. But seeing all these different comments like spread throughout David's posts and the different posts on Twitter and TikTok, it just boggles my mind just how many people actually knew about the situation before she died. Now, in terms of David himself, the guy hasn't been arrested yet or named a suspect in the case. However, one of his houses in LA has been raided by the police. And I'm pretty sure that shortly after David's house or apartment he was renting was raided by the police, David abruptly broke his lease and moved out of the $4 million mansion.
The Sun reports that D4V left his Hollywood Hills mansion, which had been rented through his manager on a $20,000 a month lease starting in February 2024, after the home was raided by police.
Why is it called Boom Boom
Dunelm, the home of curtains in every colour, from pared back to perfect colour. We've got...
Home was raided by police on September 17. During the raid, officers collected potential evidence from the property and the lease was suddenly broken as the singer and his manager moved out.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the information we've heard about David himself since the incident was announced. Of course, beside the time that people said they caught him playing Fortnite only a couple days after the allegation first went public.
Shut the up, Nico. There's no way he's playing Fortnite right now. There's actually no way he's on Fortnite.
Not jail.
You guys are laughing. That's insane. How? Show me the proof, please.
Dude, this one thing is that, what the hell is this 2005 kid doing with this? Oh shoot, 2010 kid. Why is this guy hanging out? A girl my age? No, she's not. Almost my age. Almost my age. 15. Almost. But what the fudge? What the hell is a 2005 kid with 2010 kid? That could almost be 15. But
You got a win 2 days ago? Dude, what the fuck? He played a game of Fortnite yesterday. You got a win 2 days ago? Dude.
So yeah, that's a little insane. But because, like I mentioned earlier, that David hasn't been named a suspect yet or arrested, a lot of people are starting to think that he's innocent. If you were to go on TikTok and type in David is innocent, you would see that over the past 48 hours, there have been an insane uptick of videos saying this being posted on TikTok. You even have people claiming now on TikTok that David is no longer a suspect in his case.
As of 2 hours ago, singer David, who had a 15-year-old girl's body found in his car, has been cleared from the suspect list. How does this happen? I have zero idea, but it happened. LAPD really looked at all this.
and people like was saying that some of the news said like Celeste was in the Tesla like weeks before she was found. That's just. This is one thing I just don't like. This is just one thing I just don't like. Like, what kind of September is this? Like, why do we have September like this? This is not the September I wanted. What? What kind of September is this actually? Because, oh my days. What kind of September is like? What kind of September?
Evidence, her name in all the songs, her name tatted on him, the pictures of them, the videos of her backstage, and just said, you know what? Nah, he's cool. Like, bro, who is this man David's lawyer? Is it JLambo? Like, what is going on? I just can't wrap my head around it. All these things, songs, videos, pictures, tattoos.
For starters, whatever this guy is saying is misinformation, because David hasn't been found innocent and there hasn't even been a case on this yet. Everything is still super early in the investigation and there hasn't been any type of statement from anybody. So yeah, he's completely just using this fake information to farm engagement. And I'd be lying if I said he was the only one doing it. Since the case has gotten so much publicity online and people have seen it get views on pretty much any platform, people are now purposefully spreading misinformation in order to engagement farm. I even came across this one guy's page who made a David diss track and has been non-stop spreading this David is innocent misinformation ever since he had one video blow up.
So they just confirmed that David ain't no suspect to the case. So I just wanted to say that I do not give a fuck.
Oh boy, what on earth are we doing? Did he seriously just break out in a song and dance? And I really hope you guys don't think that was his only video on the top.
Like, I'm sorry, and then psych. Like, he was like, I don't give a fudge about that.
Because you would be unbelievably wrong. Since the David case has come out, he has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos talking about his David diss track. And ever since this specific one has blown up, it's just been the same format of him saying that David is innocent, which is misinformation, and then breaking out in the song and dance.
Okay. I see y'all's comments about me dragging the David situation a little too much. But, to be honest, I don't really get no fuck.
Absolute
Of course
insanity.
you don't give a fudge. Of course you don't give a fudge. Because you are psych. Anyways, let's read this comment because this is gonna be a short video. It's gonna be a short video. Even he didn't do it. She was 14. He's 20. Still a gross predator. Right, guys, I think this is what I have to say here today. That's it. I had enough, but anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. But September, what crazy work! What crazy work! What crazy work! I'm not doing this just for clicks. I'm doing this because I want to be the next, like, other, like, let's say I got a little inspired by Sunny V2, and yeah, I'd like to be a reaction channel, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.